Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sayorius, and today we're covering chapter 33 and 34 of Kagurabachi, where there's more action, more character development, and more revelations in this story. So without further ado, let's get straight into it, with our first topic being Hiyuki and Hakuri, and the leader of the Dateneski, or Datenseki. And it's really funny because the leader of the Datenseki just leaves. He dips out because you learn that the Sazanami family was just really using them and his group to basically take their sorcery and take Char and develop this new weapon. And Sojo kind of wanted to tap into that, but it never got fulfilled within his arc. And of course, he ends up getting killed, so it doesn't really matter. He's dead, he's long gone. But the Sazanami family, you learn that they just wanted to make a new weapon with, the swords. That's why the auction's taking place. That's why they're working with the sorcerers this time as opposed to Sojo. And now you have Char actually being brought up. So Char is actually proving to be more of an important role within this story. But what's interesting is we do get an amazing moment later on. So we actually flash back to the past. And this was a little bit jarring because you saw basically what was a young Hakuri and his brother, which his younger brother Tenri. So we get this flashback, and it's of course of their father talking to them about how they were special and how they have this duty or destiny to fulfill because they are special. And this actually comes back not for the sake of Hakuri and his motivation to beat his older brother. No, it's actually for Tenri. And Tenri actually gets a little bit of development here because he's fighting Shiba. And of course Shiba beats the brothers easily because Shiba's just amazing. He's a skilled fighter. But what Tenri ends up doing is he realizes that the only way to beat Shiba at the current level is to use the enchanted blade. Now the problem is if you're not skilled with the enchanted blades, it has adverse effects, all these side effects that could end up hurting them. So at this moment, Tenri ends up taking a blade or a piece from the enchanted blade and ends up using it to fight back. And it works. And it actually leads to a really cool moment where he forms a jellyfish, even though he's like an antagonist. Visually, a really cool thing to look at. And of course, you also get a really good moment at the same time with Hakuri. They both kind of level up within these last two chapters. And this is going to bring us into chapter 34, which is properly titled Duty, where we get more of a flashback between the two. And this is after the events of their grandfather's passing. And it's when his father first receives the storehouse and receives the power to open and access the storehouse. I thought that was really cool to think about. Just the parallels of both leveling up when they're fighting, I guess, stronger opponents, but they're also from different points of view. Like, they're from different sides. Like, one's fighting for the Sazanami family, one's fighting for Chihiro and his friends. And you kind of see a parallel of Tenri sort of leveling up and actually doing pretty well against Shiba here. And it's only because Chihiro steps in that he's able to block his attack, and Chihiro only has a couple moves left within Cloud Gouger that he's holding, and he says that he's gonna have to use it against him. So of course, you have this amazing clash. There's actually cool visuals with him like basically manifesting swords to chuck at Chihiro and Shiba. But what's gonna be interesting is how they proceed from here. What's gonna go forward. And Chihiro says, I respect you because you are sacrificing your life to fulfill his duty of protecting the storehouse. And Chihiro is actually planning on killing him. He's going to give him an honorable death because he recognizes his passion. Well, at the same time, you see Hakuri on the other end also sacrificing himself, trying to stop his older brother, who is stronger at this point. He's established to be so much stronger, and he can barely use the only attack he was able to manifest just pushed him back. It was only because Chihiro was able to break through the other side to injure his older brother here, Soya. But now we're actually seeing him sort of step up And maybe is he going to manifest that power, like awaken a hidden power within himself to eventually overcome and beat Soya? That's yet to be determined within the next chapter, but it's just really interesting to think about. And I think that's what I think is so great about these last two chapters is A, you get sort of the leader of the Daten Seki just showing up saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm still here, I'm still present. My power level is still way above yours, Chihiro, but since I'm not really too attached to this Rakuzachi, this auction, I'm gonna dip while you're gonna have to deal with the Sazanami family, right?" It's like there's no loss for the Daten Seki here. And you also get sort of amazing development with two characters such as Hakuri and Tenri, who not only are brothers, they're not only related by blood, but they're also related in their motivations to fulfill their duty, their destiny. And I just love that. And I love that it also has to parallel each other because they're both on opposing sides. And I just think that's so fascinating. So hopefully we get maybe a conclusion. We may see Tenri end up dying. We also may see Soya end up dying. And the fall of the Sazanami family within these next few arcs. Or not few arcs, next few chapters. Or it could be something interesting where Tenri ends up surviving and he actually gets more development because of that. So it's just interesting to see where the story will go from here. You also get, Char being brought up. So is Char going to get kidnapped again? What's this new weapon that they're developing? Are they like almost completed to developing a new weapon that's going to be sort of a prototype enchanted blade? I'm just speculating here, but that would be so interesting to think about. So yeah, that's just Kagurabachi chapter 33 and 34. So lots of great things to talk about, lots of development, got some great motivations, great character development, like I said before. Action sequences are really cool to look at because, you're manifesting swords, you're blocking those swords by freezing them, you're busting through trees. So you get like the whole just spectrum of different powers and skill sets here. And of course, the big revelations of what the Sazanami family's true intentions were, and sort of more flashbacks fleshing those characters out. So, overall, great chapters. I would rate both of them in solid 8 out of 10. And yeah, what did you guys think of these last two chapters? Because I had a blast with them. I thought they were great. Kagurabachi. It's not, I would say, the best manga ever, but it has potential to get up there. And I'm just interested to see where the course is taking with this story. Like, what's going to go on after the Sazanami family arc? Like, are we going to get more development? Are we going to get bigger enemies? Are we going to go back to the Daten Seki and the sorcerers that are a part of that organization? That's yet to be seen, but it's just interesting to think about. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Wanted to share my thoughts. And if you like this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button because I do bi-weekly Kagurabachi chapter breakdowns. And I've been liking how these videos have been turning out recently. So if you like this video, if you watch this video, and if you subscribe, that just goes to show that you want more of this type of content. And I will continue to do this content because I love doing so. And yep, that's just my YouTube spiel. Thanks for watching, friends.